supposed to fail. Do people say fail anymore? Closer.
Okay, ready?
Let's go. We're already live. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. It was really choppy on Facebook.
Ooh.
It's a little better now.
It is early.
Does it say anybody? Oh, there we go. Here comes Twitch. Good morning, everybody.
There we go.
Well, good morning to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. Good morning, everybody. Sorry, we are an hour earlier today.
Yes.
You got a funeral to go to today, so yeah, we are early. We gotta head out pretty quick, so it takes about 4.5 hours to drive there. So now this is my time frame. Man, don't convince us, or am I late for work? Is this early, or are they late for work? Oh, I hope you all don't convince us to start the show at 6 this morning. Man, if we just have twice the viewers, I don't know what we're going to do. That's going to be scary.
I don't know. I don't think we'll have twice the viewers at 6 a.m. because you have to think on the West Coast, that's like, what, 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We got people from Australia. We got people from all over the place. Good morning, everybody. And welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. It's a fun and positive way to start your day off right.
Nope, that's not the line.
To take your day by storm.
There we go.
We got about 4 lines we're trying out. We're going to see which one sticks. But that's what we're up to today. So, again, it's a morning show. Welcome to those of you. Today we are just going to do the morning show. And the morning show is all about helping us start off the day on the right foot, because how you start each day, it heavily influences the rest of your day, the rest of your week, your decisions that you make. So, we're just excited to have you here, and
Yes.
we're going to do the show.
Is Twitch updating correctly?
What does that mean?
Does yours say, like, 2 viewers, 5 views across the top?
Yeah.
Like 342? Okay, gotcha. For some reason, I don't remember seeing that yesterday morning, and it looked brand new this morning. I was like, oh, where did that little notification bar come from? Nice. Okay, perfect.
Good morning, everybody. I've noticed the viewer count for Twitch is like skewed low. It's much higher in real world than it is on the stream stuff. I don't know. Anyway,
this is
not
my first
important.
day seeing it, or at least paying attention to it. Cool.
Well, Jennie, let's get this show on the road. What's in your mug?
Coffee, because we need a lot of it today, of all days.
Well, we woke up at normal time. We just skipped the gym.
Oh, we woke up a little earlier.
But not much, though.
We woke up like a good 20 to 30 minutes earlier.
We woke up at the time today that we normally intend to wake up every day.
That we mean to. We just don't.
We just didn't get our extra 15 minutes of snooze button this morning.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we made coffee this morning. It is the king cake coffee because that's all that we have at the house still. We have more coffee here, but...
Hello from Canada. It's 5:05 here. Wow.
Nice.
Thank you for joining us.
From a faraway land.
Yes.
Called Canada.
We were much closer to it about 3 years ago.
Yeah. The best place to watch the morning show is on Twitch. So those of you joining us on Instagram, thank you. We're so happy to have you. TikTok didn't make it today.
Yes.
One of the phones died, so you get what you get. That's why you follow on Twitch.
Yes. The computers really never die. We can plug those in and still do the stream. So Twitch, do Twitch. It's where it's at.
Are we still on YouTube? I don't even know if it's...
YouTube is finicky.
It says live now, so...
Oh my gosh.
I don't...
Did you hit record?
I did hit record. Thank you. Yes. So we're on YouTube today. For some reason yesterday it did not do it. So if you're on YouTube, great. Very soon, important news. We are now eligible for subscriptions, I think, on Twitch. So that's why we were a little late getting started this morning, is because I had to like re-sign in and authenticate and do the 8-step sign-in verification stuff. But it's your first live show. Welcome.
Hey.
So happy to have you. Moved to Twitch just for us.
Oh, thank you. Make you feel special.
We are a little early this morning, Larry. Thank you for joining us, but normally it'll be at 7 a.m. Central Time. We're just a little early today because we got to go out of town. But we're happy to have you all the same. So those of you on Instagram, literally nobody has ever said, well, there's one nice lady that said that she tried Twitch and it wasn't for her. But except for that one lady, all 24 other people have thoroughly enjoyed their transition over to Twitch. So head on over there. If you're listening to the podcast, I want to give you a special shout out and a thank you for listening to the podcast version. Yeah. That's what I do right as soon as we finish. And it's why I always hit record.
Yes, so that you can upload it on
Thank you for those of you who listen to the podcast version. You don't get to see the chat. You don't get to see our beautiful faces at 7 a.m. in the morning. That sounds just glorious. But
you get to hear our lovely, tired,
morning voices,
coffee-fueled voices.
And everybody gets to enjoy coffee ASMR.
People enjoy that?
I don't know. Jared seems to enjoy it. Speaking of which, Jared is going to be on the show tomorrow morning. So you'll definitely want to check that out. He lives in Utah. He's going to wake up early and be on the show with us. So that's exciting.
Because our 7 a.m. Central is 6 a.m. for him. So the show is going to start at 6 a.m. for him. That's early.
Yeah, that is early. So
but we're glad to have him.
Thanks for the follows. We should also have a subscription button, and I can figure this out later. But if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. All you got to do is link your Twitch to your Amazon Prime. And I think all you have to do is click the subscribe button on Twitch, and then you can also click subscribe for free. And it pays us a little bit of money. Doesn't cost you a thing because you're allowed to subscribe for free to one Twitch channel. And if we're the only ones you watch on Twitch, why not help us out?
We would really appreciate it if you did.
That money's just going to go towards giveaways, promoting the show, and paying our employees because they need to eat food and live indoors.
Yes.
So appreciate y'all. Yes, there are some very odd channels on Twitch. Somebody in chat was just pointing that out. Yes, there's a whole new world on Twitch that I didn't know existed. There's people that play piano for 8 hours straight. There's people that do woodworking for 8 hours straight. There's a lot of other uncomfortable things I don't want to talk about.
There's just lots
of video
games.
games.
Yeah, lots of video games.
There's hot tub streams where people just sit in a hot tub for 8 hours and chat for free. That's what I've heard other Twitch people say to their chat. I'm just repeating.
So it must work for us.
So it must work for us. I think once you hit subscribe for free, it'll ask you to sign in for Amazon. But anyway, those should roll in. And there's supposed to be a cool little sound that happens when that goes off.
Oh, cooler than the chime that we already
I don't know.
Get?
Yeah, well, I changed the chime. I hope it works because, man, this software is just buggy. There's lots of problems with it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, when it comes to like platforms, it's still pretty new, considering.
Yeah.
Newer than Instagram, newer than.
Working for 8 hours straight, rocket. Yeah, Clifford, but you got to be on Twitch. You can't be on Facebook, Clifford. What are you doing? Download the Twitch app.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you can find that out. There's an Australian guy that does hand tool woodworking. He streams a few hours every day.
That'd be a cool one.
There's a couple other different makers, people that do resin stuff, and they just do Q&As and stuff while they're waiting on glue to dry. It's actually kind of fun.
We wait on a lot of glue to dry.
Yeah, we do. Well, this is honestly, I've said this before. This show is training for us when we are going to live stream building an airplane.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I like this format much better. Even Jared said, or somebody said the other day, that we looked much more comfortable on a live stream than we did on the podcast, which I would agree.
Thank you. It's definitely, I mean, I like the podcast, but I don't know. This is fun. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm actually sitting here talking with people when we do the live streams.
Right.
Instead of just recording for everybody to watch it later.
Right.
Well, when I'm talking to people and not a camera.
When I run out of things to say, I can just grab a comment from the chat and then just keep talking nonstop. So, what's in your heart's mug today, Jenny? Get around to finally answering the question for this segment.
Oh, man.
What's in your heart's mug? So we got this segment every day. It's what's in your mug. Yeah, we want to know what's in your coffee. All new chat members get told to put in chat, like tell us your favorite hot beverage. So if you ever see somebody like randomly talking about coffee or tea or whatever in the chat, they're probably a new person. So say hi to them. Yeah. Make them feel welcome. In addition to that, the second half of what's in your mug is also like, where are you at? Like, it's okay to not be okay, but we got to talk about it. We got to work through it. So the whole point is to start today on the right foot. And the first part of starting things on the right foot is to know where you're at. Where is your foot? I guess.
Where's my foot?
Yeah, if you're going to start on the right foot, you got to know where your foot is.
Oh.
So.
Thankfully, I know where both my feet
are. So now we're 6 analogies deep.
All right. Anyways.
What's in your mug? What's in your heart's mug, Jenny?
Let's see.
What are you carrying into today?
I'd say a lot of like excitement and nervousness. Like they kind of come together as a pair. Like we're starting to make a lot of really cool connections on the Samara side of the house, which is where I
connections with what?
Spend most of my time.
Electrical connections?
Yes.
Okay.
No, people. We're meeting lots of cool people, other really cool businesses. But it's, it's also nerve-wracking because it's like, I don't know. I'm constantly searching for new connections, but you just have to have the boldness to talk to people first. Like you can meet all these people at events or like message them on Instagram or whatever, but if you don't have the confidence to go talk to something and actually turn the relationship into something cool, it feels like it's wasted. And I never want to waste a connection or a relationship. So I'm just super excited because we're starting to meet lots of cool people. I'm just nervous that we're being direct enough to actually make a lasting, legitimate relationship.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Got it. Excitement and nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing in a little bit of sadness today. My uncle passed away this week, so that's why we're doing the show an hour early so we can make the funeral today. I'm just really grateful for all the memories that I have.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that we have a lifestyle. I sort of talked about this yesterday. I'm grateful that we have the lifestyle that we can take off work, we can go to the funeral and celebrate his life and be there for the rest of the family. We're really appreciative that we can do that now because when we were in the military, we just did not have that luxury.
We missed a lot of stuff when we were active duty, weddings, funerals, birthdays. So much.
I'm carrying a little bit of sadness. Yeah, thanks, guys. But it's going to be more of a celebration. Nobody's super sad. We're just grateful that it's over. He, I don't want to say too much, but he had been dealing with stuff for a couple of years now, and it's finally over. So we'll get to celebrate with the family today and get right back at it because that's what he would want us to do.
Yes.
So we're super excited that you're here today on the morning show. Not to start it off on a bad note, but I mean, that's where we're at. So, it's okay to not be okay. But it's not okay to stay that way.
Yes.
And so that's the point of the show, is to get us from wherever you're at to a better, more positive spot for today. So with that being said, we need to do our daily affirmation. So we've acknowledged our current emotional state. We now need to prime ourselves. So we've been talking about how important it is to prime yourself. We are so heavily influenced by the things that we see in the morning, things that we just see throughout the day. Like they have a huge impact on our decision making. We've been reading that in our pricing book we've been reading on screen. So we are going to prime ourselves with what we want to think about ourselves. Yes. And we do that through daily affirmations. It's kind of weird, kind of woo-woo. But rich and famous and successful people are saying do it. So who are we to question it? We're going to share our lists. Feel free to write your own, but during this time, we would just ask that you join us in your daily affirmations. If you're new to the whole thing, that's okay. We can just feel awkward and weird together. Are you ready, Jenny?
I'm ready.
All right. So Jenny's going to say 8 to 10 things that she wants to remind herself of every day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay.
Go for it.
I am intelligent. I fight for what I want. I am relentless. I am strong. I am creative. I respect people. I respect myself. I'm a fantastic business owner. I am a great saleswoman. I'm covered by grace. I am loved. And that's one I added yesterday because I could really use to get better at this. I am organized.
So talk about that. So why did you put it in your list if you're not organized yet?
Because I want to be organized. And I try to be organized. And if I tell myself I'm organized, I will start to become an organized person. Ooh.
They say to do that with names too. Like if you so we all believe lies. We might as well.
You might as well make them productive lies.
So, yeah, that's sort of the whole point of daily affirmation. Again, it's silly, but
real until you bring it into like the real world.
Yeah. So my list is: I'm a pilot. I'm a maker. I'm a businessman. I am made in the image of God. I am able to do incredible things. I'm a man of discipline. I am a good operator of my body. I am good to my brain. I am building a multi-million-dollar business. I'm on temporary assignment to do today's work. I will get out of my own way. I will love every person I talk with today. I love you. And I will give to others from a full heart.
From a full mug?
From a full mug.
Excellent.
I will give to others from a full mug. Cheers.
Cheers.
Do y'all read these before we go to bed as well? No, but that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it twice in one day.
Yeah. I'm not responsible enough to have a nighttime routine and a morning routine.
Yeah.
So that's some like level 11.
Maybe one day we'll put that in the affirmations. I have a nighttime routine.
One of these days we'll get a nighttime routine figured out, but
too early, I know.
I made it awkward. Is that a new table? No, it's not a new table. It's an old table. I have just chopped it down. This was our old desk.
To like assemble it in the old studio because the studio is so small.
So I had to cut it apart in. Yeah.
We were literally using the track saw like in the office to cut this thing down.
It kept tripping the breaker.
Yeah.
Because it was only on like a 10 amp or 15 amp breaker.
So I just like stood outside of the panel and he's like, all right, do it again. Click, click. Click, click. I just had to keep resetting it. It was pretty bad.
But, yeah. Welcome to the morning show with Jennie and Davis. Free, but subscribing on Twitch is not. It's like $4 or $5 a month. But it's really cool because if you get several hours worth of entertainment a month out of the show, what's $5?
Yeah.
It just helps us out, helps the show out, helps us. Perks. The first one is you get to watch our post video. So like after we're done with the morning show, you get to watch it, the past archive, much, much longer than everybody else. You also get cut in the chat. You get a little badge. The first 10 people are going to get a very special badge. It's called a founder's badge. It's very coveted on Twitch. I'm learning about the Twitch culture.
What does it look like?
It looks like, I don't know, some lady with like a gear and a wrench or something like that. I don't know.
Oh.
It's very fancy, but it's a big freaking deal on Twitch to have that founding badge for somebody. So anyway.
I can see that.
There's also like animated little emojis and stuff that pop up in chat, and you can only use those if you're a Twitch subscriber.
Are those the ones where you can like do people's faces?
Yes.
Like can't some Twitch streamers okay.
So we're working on getting those emotes made. But we've got one already, and if anybody subs today, I'll tell them what it is and they can use it. But
what is it?
It's the cat jam.
And, that's right. That's right. I remember you doing
anyway, that. So that's super cool. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
What else for subscribers? You can also subscribe for free. So that's the
what
other
I was
thing.
just gonna say.
Yes. So it normally costs money dollars, but if you have Amazon Prime, and I mean, who doesn't have Amazon Prime these days? You're allowed to sub to one Twitch streamer for free. We get the money. It doesn't cost you anything extra. Mm-hmm. So from what I understand, you're supposed to click subscribe and then click subscribe for free, and you can link your Amazon to your Twitch, and it's a win-win for everybody. You get some cool stuff. We get some cool stuff. Stuff being money.
Yes.
And we can do more stuff on the show. With that being said, it is time now for a fun question.
Oh, his son's name is Ryan.
Oh.
I like that you do your daily affirmations.
Hi, Ryan.
That's really cool.
Oh.
Man, more people from Canada.
I know. We score high in Canada. We ran like a Facebook ad a couple months ago for our new like woodworking business program, and like the highest engagement levels were in Canada, and I don't know why.
Yeah,
so,
like higher than the U.S.
I don't know if you guys are cheaper to advertise to or what, but
it was kind of cool. I was like, wow, I had no idea this would go to Canada better than the U.S.
Ooh, I like this question. This one's fun.
Okay, good.
If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be? So I guess if you could come back to life as something else, what would you want to be?
Okay, so I can come back either as a human or as a thing?
Yeah.
Or is it a thing?
I don't know why they specified human. I guess you could do a second lap of being a human. But if you could come back as anything, let's get rid of the human thing.
Okay.
Oh, we got our first subscriber.
Oh,
Justin, thank you
Justin
so much.
at Calvary Customs. Thank you very much, Justin. We really appreciate that.
There's no option for subscribe for free that I can see. Okay, we'll work on that. Figure it out. I'll have to Google it. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
And the persnickety craftsman. Oh, it played the thing. Did you hear it?
No.
You didn't hear it?
No.
Here. Persnickety craftsman, thank you for the sub.
Do it again.
All right, listen. Everybody, shh.
Oh.
It's the seatbelt ding on an airplane. It goes bing.
Gotcha. I was like, wait, I was listening
It's
for like
kind
a
of
longer
quiet.
chime.
It's kind of quiet. I'll have to turn the volume up. Thank y'all. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so much, guys.
Wow.
They get the whole...
That's the founder. That's the new founder symbol.
Oh.
It's not the girl with a wrench anymore. It's a purple number 1. That's cool.
Nice.
Sweet. Thank y'all so much. That means a lot. We appreciate you.
Yes. Okay, so I'm sorry. What were we saying? Coming back as a thing.
Coming back as a thing.
Okay,
Sorry. Reincarnating
so-
yourself as a thing. I want to be a bird. I want to be a falcon or an owl. That is probably one of my favorite animals.
Because
Like
it flies.
Any bird of prey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I've just always been fascinated with flight and aviation, and so I would love to come back as a hawk or a falcon or a I don't know, not something stupid, not like a seagull, but like I don't know, some sort of bird of prey. Do I get to subscribe for free at the Stunt Stack as well? No, sorry about that. But you could buy the My Basement. Here, we made this loophole for people. I'm sorry. I'll let you answer the question.
You're fine. I'm still thinking about it.
Okay, I'll let you think while I do an ad read.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so when you buy the My Basement Business program, if you're going to start a woodworking business, you can use that program to make and sell stuff. And then after you make your first few sales, which we're going to tell you exactly what to say to make your first few sales, you can take that money and sign up for the Stud Mail and say, the My Basement Business course is why you signed up for the Stud Stack, and then I will refund your My Basement Business purchase.
Yep.
So then you can sign up for the Stud Stack and get the My Basement Business program basically for free because your customers are paying your Stud Stack subscription. So if you really want to get it for free, that's how you do it. Mm-hmm. And we built that. We made all that loophole.
Yeah, that was very intentional. We didn't like do everything. I'm like, oh, wait a second. Well, if they could end up getting into the Stunt Stack for free. We like purposely made that.
A lot of work.
thing.
A lot of work went into making that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, welcome. Good morning to the morning show with Jennie Davis. We are an hour early today.
We are.
Sorry for the late announcement on Instagram stories.
I know. We were like, oh, man, we're going to have to go live early. And I was
sorry.
like, post it to Instagram super quick so we could tell some people at least.
Yeah, but we're early. We got to go to a funeral today, so we had to get the show done and then head out. So, but yeah, we're here. We're still going to do the show. And yeah, have you come up with an answer to the question yet? If you could be reincarnated into anything, what would you be? I'm
thinking through all of like my options, and the first thing in my head is like, well, if I came back as a cat, I could literally just sleep as much as I wanted. I could just nap all day long and it would not be weird. It would just be a normal thing. And then I was like, nah, I'd get bored of that. I don't want to sleep that much. And then I was like, honestly, if I came back as Bruce gets pampered so much. Everybody loves Bruce. He's constantly getting hugs and pet, and we buy him good dog food, and he gets toys, and he goes to the kennel, and he's got friends, and I'm just like, that dog has it made.
That dog has a better life than we do.
That dog has, yeah. And so I'm like, why don't I just come back as Bruce? Because everybody loves him and he's pampered.
And the number of comments that we get on chat, it's going to be good for his character development. I want you to just write the most nasty, heinous comment you can.
He'll learn from it.
Our dog Bruce, and it'll be a learning moment, and he'll just grow from it. Because right now he's a spoiled little brat.
It's all going to his head. He gets too many good boys.
Yep. So.
Anyways, so that was my guess.
So you want to be a pet? You want to be a dog?
Yeah, well, specifically Bruce. I don't want to end up as somebody's pet whose
I don't think you get
outside.
to do that. I think you just got to roll the dice.
Well,
You
then
might be
then I want to be.
you might be some dog in a third world country.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I want to wake up as a dog who like has to sleep outside in the mud and whatever.
And run away from humans because they might eat you.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. Not a fan. But I like the idea of being a bird. I think that would be fun because you could fly, obviously. I think there's a lot of work that comes in with like migration. Like, it just sounds like a lot of work. But
hey, it's once a year. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's like your family vacation.
Yeah, that's true. Otherwise, like an animal that lives high up in trees, I think that'd be really cool.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for the sub.
Thank you.
This is so fun. I didn't think anybody would subscribe on the first day. That's awesome. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Only the first 10 get the number 1. So
yeah.
We are recently eligible for subscriptions on Twitch. So if you've been enjoying the morning show and you want to, I don't know, buy us a cup of coffee once a month, that's how you can do that. You just hit subscribe. If you got Amazon Prime, there should be an option to subscribe for free. I don't know how it all works. Maybe just open up another tab and Google it.
But you get one Twitch stream to subscribe to for free.
Yes, with Amazon. So I'm going to Google how to do that real quick. And then
ooh, that's a good idea.
Jennie,
a dolphin.
Can you talk?
A dolphin, because he loves lots of predators, though. Especially if you weren't like top of the food chain type deal. That'd be a little intimidating. Unless you were one with really good camouflage.
Yeah.
Like a flounder. Oh, thank you.
Did we get another
subscriber.
one?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Renew Energy Service, Inc.
So subs, when we also do giveaways, subs will actually get more entries into the giveaways. I forgot about
that. Yep.
So you'll have a higher chance of winning some free stuff. Sorry, there's a lot we were supposed to say about this, but I didn't expect anybody to sign up
I know,
today,
so now we're like, what do we say about this? How do I subscribe? So you can subscribe for free using your Amazon Prime account. That's what Davis is looking up right now.
All right, I found a help article.
All righty, here we are. You get
for free. You can figure that out. Sweet. Oh, Happy Trees is not going to get the first 10. Oh, no.
I feel so bad that we're doing this too early.
Oh, my gosh. Can we turn subs off until he shows up? Oh, man. Nice. Okay. Well. Nice. All right. We're getting distracted.
Yes. So what was your answer? A bird? Yes?
My answer was a bird of prey. I would like to be reincarnated as a bird of prey.
That'd be cool.
So, I love the little airplane ding every time I hear it.
Bong. Did you choose that, or is that just what it is?
I chose that. I had to download it and install it.
YouTube stream has been such a pain for us. This morning show is early. I know, Racine Customs. We had to start an hour early. We got to go out of town today, so we had to start at 6 instead of 7. But on the bright side, tomorrow we will be back on at 7 a.m. with Jared.
Yes, so Jared's going to be our first guest tomorrow.
Yes.
We're super excited about that. Yeah.
I'll make a post about it after we end this stream so that you don't forget. And then you can see his logo and his Instagram account. You can kind of go check him out, see what he does before the stream starts or during the stream or whatever. So
nice. Testing your new icon.
Testing my new icon.
Isn't
it looks
neat?
good. It looks good on you.
Looks great. Yeah, so what's next? We did our fun question. That's going to be a nightmare for Caleb to edit. Sorry, bud.
He's going to be like, what the heck, guys? Stay on topic.
Cool. Now it's time to sharpen our mind, our body, and our spirit. So our morning routine for the show is we start with what's in your mug. Where are you at? Where are you emotionally starting the day at? We need to address it and acknowledge it and not hide it. Or
Train incoming.
Hype train. Yeah. What is that?
Did you see that big purple bar just pop up?
I did see the big purple bar just pop up. You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. I don't have time for this.
We get 4 minutes and 40 seconds
to do what? 94.
I don't know. Sub, gift, or use bits to get to the next level. I'm so confused.
The Twitch is so... Everything is new.
It's got so many features.
So, anyway, we'll figure that out later.
All right.
Somebody gifted a sub. Oh my gosh, that's the first time. Thank you for gifting a sub.
Wow.
Exclusive. Goodness. Did I subscribe? It's hard to say.
I mean, you have the star by your name.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Abby. Somebody gifted you a sub.
That's So nice.
So. Oh, yeah. Can somebody gift a sub?
Yeah.
To Happy Tree? Oh. What is the star? What is the star?
I don't know. Something about tier 1. Bong.
Nick, thank you. Hey, can we gift a sub?
So much
How do we do
research
this?
has happened. Wait, the hype train's still going? Did we start over? Happy Trees is here. Welcome, Happy Trees. Okay, yes, we had to start the stream 1 hour early because we have to go out of town today.
Yes. Good morning, Josh. If you want to subscribe real quick, we wanted to make sure that you got... I know, it's 6:36.
I know.
We want to make sure that you got one of the super special badges if you wanted it to subscribe. So is the star subscribe after the first 10 maybe? I think so. You're late. I know. We're sorry. But we got...
I posted on Instagram last night because once we figured out that we had to stream early this morning, I was like, I'll at least post an Instagram story, see if people see it. But
anyway, we got our first 10 subs. So that was cool. So we're super excited.
We
Thank
are
y'all.
officially cool enough in Twitch's eye to get subs. So.
Yeah. So we were eligible for that yesterday. Yes, Nick, you did make the first 10. Happy Trees, I think there's still one because Nick just subscribed. So Happy Trees, if you wanted to get the super special first badge next to your name, then I think there's still a sub left for you. If you're interested in that. We didn't want to obligate you, but we just wanted to give you the opportunity because...
And everybody was like, where's Happy Trees at?
I know.
He does have a pretty sick looking sword next to his name.
Well, that's because he's a moderator.
I know that, but like... That looks
he has the
pretty
band
intense.
hammer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
if nothing else, that is pretty cool badge to have.
Cool. So the hype train, I don't know. I guess that doesn't go away. I don't know. We'll have to research this. Anyway, welcome everyone to the morning show for the Let's Quit podcast. Yes, he finally subscribed.
For the Let's Quit podcast.
I don't know what I'm saying right now.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, good.
Okay,
he got
good.
it. Everybody, sorry, the people listening on podcasts. There's a special badge that we wanted to make sure our very first moderator got.
Yes.
For being one of the first 10 subs. So we appreciate y'all.
We want you to have all the cool badges.
Yes. He has the mod doodad.
The mod doodad.
Anyway, sorry for that quick Twitch excursus. But again, podcast, that's why you got to watch on Twitch.
Yes.
It makes way more sense. You can see the chat. We can all celebrate.
We can go on the emotional roller coaster together.
The hype train has derailed. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got like a minute left to, I don't know, do something.
I don't even know what it wants you to do.
I don't know
Get
either.
hype.
Get hype. So, yeah, thanks so much. This is a huge showing of support. We really appreciate all of the subscribers. Yeah, so apparently you're supposed to be able to click subscribe and subscribe for free if you've got Amazon Prime, and you can subscribe with that account. You just got to link them first. I got a help article in the chat if you want to scroll up and find that guy. I'll post it again. So there it is. You can learn how to subscribe and subscribe for free. So now it is time to sharpen our mind, our body, and our spirit. I will quit getting distracted. Thank you.
That's probably not the last time we're going to get distracted.
Here we go. That's the
wrong book.
So we've been reading this. We've been reading this book about prices and stuff. We've also been learning about how influential humans are, how susceptible we are to advertising and priming and all these other things. They've been proving it with science and experiments. So I know you don't want it to be true, but it is true. So you can wear a tinfoil hat, or you can learn to leverage this against yourself and use what little free will we have to try and wait, why did Streamlabs
I don't know
donate? That's weird. Oh, because somebody asked. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I said I wouldn't get distracted.
And what did I say? We were definitely going to get distracted.
Oh my gosh. I'm finally in. Stupid thing. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Welcome. What's the other package?
I think it's so funny how we're like, we're not going to get distracted. We're not going to get distracted. But this chat is literally designed
we won
so
the
that
hype train.
It distracts us.
We won the hype train, whatever that means. I said we'd quit getting distracted. I'm sorry. There's so much Twitch going on. 6 subs. Appreciate y'all. That's awesome.
Emotes are being delivered to supporters.
Okay, so what does that mean?
I don't know, but there was a dolphin in there. Whoever said that they would come back as a dolphin.
Oh, so if you type those things, So hype pat. If you capitalize it, hype, HYPEPAT. Hype pat. If you type that, it's supposed to like pat a dog. You can pet Bruce. Although he doesn't need it. Okay, cool. These are all the emotes. So everybody who can see, if you're not on Twitch, these are the cool things you get to say in the chat that you don't get to say on Facebook or YouTube or anything else. Okay, just the H and the P.
Oh, so capital
You don't
H,
capitalize the whole thing.
lowercase
just the
y,
H
P,
and the
E.
P.
Capital P, lowercase A-T. I don't know.
Erlene, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So we're sharpening our mind. I'm getting so distracted. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you, Mason's Workshop. I'm sorry, I'm distracting
Chris.
us.
Thanks, Chris. Part 3, incoherence is more than skin deep. All right. Jenny, you have to thank everybody when they... Okay, no. Why isn't it doing it? I'm sorry. All right. We're done. We're done. Can't get distracted. You have to thank anybody else that subscribes or follows or likes, and then I will just read. All right. So now we're in part 3. So the part 1 and 2, we have proven ourselves how easily we are. Thank you for the sub.
Oh, thank you.
How easily distracted we are. And part 3, I guess, is going to start talking about actual pricing and stuff, I hope. Here we go. Chapter 8. This book is called Priceless, The Myth of Fair Value and How to Take Advantage of It by William Poundstone.
What a name.
Chapter 8. Input to Output. This chapter's long.
He's an importer-exporter.
Art Vandelay. He's an importer-exporter. All right. Like most of the Jewish mobsters who ran Las Vegas, Benny Goffstein was a family man. When he had a chance to open his own casino, he named it the Four Queens in honor of his 4 daughters. Compared to the first casino he'd run, the Riviera, the Four Queens was downtown and downscale, all the more profitable for it. One of the Four Queens' investors was utterly unlike the mob types that Goffstein had encountered at the Riviera. He was Charles B.G. Murphy, a Massachusetts aristocrat with somewhat scandalous tastes. Murphy had been a Yale football player, a friend of J. Sterling Rockefeller, and an African explorer, an attorney, a gambler, and a big game hunter. He spent his last years in Las Vegas. Murphy came to Goffstein with a problem. He had set up a charitable foundation to avoid paying taxes. The government was pressuring Murphy to distribute some of the foundation money for good works, lest the tax shelter be disallowed. Murphy was determined to fund scientific research on a topic dear to his heart, gambling. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Talk about the U.S. tax code. Murphy called around asking for the name of a scientist who was an expert on gambling. He came up with Ward Edwards, a psychologist at the University of Michigan. Edwards had an unusual request. He had a couple of former students who worked for an outfit called the Oregon Research Institute, who we learned about previously, who wanted to do some experience in a Las Vegas casino. They were big on doing experiments on real people. Edwards spent his career asking difficult questions. Born in Morristown. Okay, how much is this? Sorry, I'm skipping over a lot of the fluff.
So, really liked to gamble. Got it.
Okay. So there's a theory. It basically says when someone is given a free choice between 2 options, A and B, he simply consults his invisible price tags and chooses the one with the higher utility, so the best bang for the buck. Mm-hmm. So apparently they figured that out and proved it. Many economic choices are gambles. Given our uncertain world, the difficult and interesting choices are always gambles of one kind or another. It is therefore necessary to assign prices to gambles, according to the results. So, using statistics. They maintain that every rational person uses this kind of mental math to make decisions, from deciding what to order for lunch to what stock to invest in. This premise became mainspring of economic theory, a model that economists embraced in the post-war years. Not all economists applauded the new regime. This guy named Simon was one of the earliest, loudest, most down-to-earth critics of the cult of rationality. In a review of the book, Simon complained that it was impossible for the behavior of a single isolated individual to reach any high degree of rationality, so he thinks we're all stupid.
Nice.
Simon was equally harsh in the tradition that von Neumann was partly upending. How any grown-up, bright human being can go satisfied with the neoclassical theory is hard to kind of understand.
These big words are kind of hard to understand.
Yeah. This is just more fluff. So these Colorado Springs. He was curious to see how the world's most momentous decisions get made. You will be thoroughly disappointed. Edwards was ushered into the command center, dominated by a Dr. Strangelove map displaying military information protected from distant early warning radar ships at sea. In those pre-Google days, the volume of real-time information was mesmerizing. Edwards asked the officer escorting him what was done with all that information. Escort pointed out a red telephone, apparently a direct line to the White House. Edward asked, "Do you think the ratio of input to output information should be like that?" Edwards had not gained much academic renown by the time he moved to the University of Michigan's psychology department. Michigan was a large department, very tolerant and open psychologists, some person explained. Even in the most liberal context, Edwards stood out. He was nutty, not really socialized. Two associates recalled that Edwards' occasional colorful and forthright behavior perpetually threatened to derail tenure. With his free-spirited wife, Edwards lived in a bohemian splendor. Why are we talking about his lifestyle?
Get to the science.
Right. All right. Many of his early experiences involve gambling. A researcher needs a way of getting subjects' attention in a psychological experiment. A small money prize that might be won or might not is an effective motivator. Edwards and a Michigan colleague, Klein Combs, did experiments in which volunteers had to choose between gambles or assign prizes to them. Sarah Lichtenstein, who we've heard about before, has the impression that Combs was not interested in gambling per se. Gambles simply offered a handy way of creating decision problems. So we're talking about gambling. Edwards learned poker at the Air Force job and remained an enthusiastic player at Michigan. The game provides some of its experimental supplies. One of Edwards' best-known experiments involved two backpacks filled with equal number of poker chips. On one of the backpacks, mostly red chips, say 70% red and 30% white. The other is mostly white chips, 70% white, 30% red. You don't know which backpack is which. Your task is to decide which is the mostly red backpack. To do that, you carefully kept track of the colors of the chips drawn. Imagine you're drawing from backpack number 1, the first chip, so the first backpack is 70% red, 30% white. The first chip you draw is red. That bumps up the probability that this backpack is mostly red. But by how much? The correct answer is simpler than you might think. It's 70%, exactly. But this wasn't intended as a math puzzle. Most decisions aren't made by gut. Most decisions are made by gut. So he's testing your perception of what the actual probability is. This confirmed Edwards' suspicion that people are not especially good at making decisions under uncertainty. But that's exactly what von Neumann and much of the economic profession were taking as a given. So he just proved some stuff we already knew. What a waste of a chapter. Okay, well, I don't think we learned anything today.
Oh, no.
We did not sharpen our mind. I'm sorry. We learned a lot about Twitch, though.
We sure did.
We can open a retail store where you can gamble on the prices. You can either pay the set $12.99 or gamble, and it'll either be $7.99 or $19.99. That's smart.
I bet you'd get a lot of business at that store because you're adding fun.
That's how those penny auction sites work. Have you seen those? Mm-mm. The advertising. So there's like these. So everybody knows eBay, right? Like you bid on an item and you put your max bid, and hopefully you win. But there's these penny auction sites where you pay $2 or $3 every time you bid on something, but the bid only goes up by 1 penny.
Huh.
So at the end of the auction, whoever's selling the thing has, let's say you're selling a TV. They used to run TV commercials, and they would say like, you could get a television for $32. And what they would do is the final bid would be $32, but that would be what, 3,200 bids at 1 penny. No, 3,200. Yeah, 3,200 bids at 1 penny. So 3,200 bids. That means they made like $3,000 or $4,000 on this TV.
Who made three? The people
Whoever was selling it. Yeah, the auction. Like
wow.
they made $3,200 by selling a $500 or $600 TV, because the bids cost $1, but the bid only went up by 1 penny.
So who would do that? Like why?
So the idea is that people would just bid on it, not knowing what they were doing, and then at the last minute, whoever was the last person to bid on it won. So you had to keep spamming the bid button right at the as the timer was going to 0.
But the chances of you being the one who is the last one is pretty. I mean, that's
right, but it's
very slim.
It's gambling. You only had to spend $1 or $2 to be the last bid, and then if you won, the TV was only like $30. So for some people, it was sort of a gambling thing.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? But
Yeah,
yet the
I can see
people
that.
selling the TV made way more money.
Right.
It's pretty crazy.
So next week we'll be hosting a penny auction for it.
For a cutting board.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So cool. We tried to sharpen our minds this morning. Didn't happen.
I learned that gambling is not good.
I learned that gambling is not good. That's funny. All right. So what's up? What do we do now?
Nothing. I'm sorry. I was just catching up with the chat.
We sharpen our body. Can you count me off? I need to do my breathing exercises today.
You need to breathe.
I can tell already. I can already tell that I'm not breathing deeply enough. You don't breathe. No, you count. I breathe.
Well, I was going to breathe before I count so I can at least get my breath.
No, you don't get oxygen
my
today.
breath's in. I don't get oxygen. Wow.
Nope.
All right. See, this is why I would come back as Bruce.
Let me
Bruce
yawn first.
at least gets oxygen and pets.
All right. Count me off. 4 in, 4 out. Yep.
All right, guys. Are you ready?
So every morning we do breathing exercises to try and get enough oxygen to our brains. We're trying to train you to look silly, number one, but also throughout your day, when you feel stressed, you feel overwhelmed, you just remember to breathe.
Yes.
So that's the point. Here we go.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
We're going to go in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4.
Do this with us. Breathe deep.
In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. And if you think you look stupid, it's like 6:51. Now, I don't think anybody can see you. You're probably sitting in your living room getting ready to go to work.
And I breathe again.
Ready? In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. You can do in between supplemental breaths.
No, you can't.
Oh my goodness. Wait, we didn't hold it. In.
Oh, I held it. You kept talking and I was holding it. Oh, we held it. Oh my gosh. It's weird. You think you're breathing till someone tells you to breathe and you're like, wow, I haven't been breathing.
Yeah,
yes.
where you get those like really shallow breaths where it's just like.
Jennie does this all the time. I tell her she's holding her breath and she's like, I am not.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
I got a question. We got a question. What is your favorite thing about meteorology and that energizes it for the both of you? I'm sorry, I read that wrong. About meteorology that energizes the both of you.
Yeah.
First of all, I love being on an airplane that's bouncing around through a hurricane. That's just fun. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I will always enjoy that. That's just a lot of fun. Yeah, that is pretty cool. What I really enjoyed about... so different. So this is why I switched from engineering to meteorology. The first reason is because I was told I could get a pilot slot much easier and I could have a higher GPA in meteorology than engineering. Then I found out that you still did all the math and science that the engineers did, just maybe only 80% of it. So it really wasn't much easier. But what I fell in love with was the practicality of it.
Yeah.
I could learn something in class and then walk outside, look at the clouds, and like literally apply what I just learned.
Yep.
So that was super cool. I could look at a map and like understand it with more depth and be able to predict what weather was going to be in different parts of the country just immediately. So I could directly apply what I was learning. And that's sort of how my brain is wired. I like to learn things, I like to apply them, and then I like to teach them. So you've seen us do this with the YouTube channel. This is very meta. We've been doing this with our content. We will learn how to do something.
Like
we will
business.
we will do it 1,000 times to prove it, and then we will teach it. We will come out with a course to teach that new skill that we've developed. And that's sort of how we've been doing our content also. So that's what it is for me. I don't know about you.
No, it's very similar for me because I started out doing physics. That was my science of choice. And it was fun. It was good. I mean, I love almost like all science. I think it's just the coolest thing ever. I love math. But when you're getting into the higher level of like physics classes, especially like modern physics and a lot of the lab work, you are so focused on like one tiny little thing, like tiny concepts as well as tiny things like electrons. Like I remember there was one lab I was in where we were shut in this dark room, which was just how labs worked in physics. And we literally set up the experiment so that you could just see one or two electrons like get released from a gas and it would boop, make a little light. And we spent hours setting this experiment up. I mean, hours. You had to get all the equipment set up just right. We had to fasten it all down to the table. We had to write half the code up front so that when it happened, we could insert all the numbers and the code would finish writing itself all the way at the end. Just to see this little boop, boop in this little glass like container. And I mean, once you figure out what's actually happening, it's pretty cool. But I was like, what what did I just do? And then I leave this dark lab and the sun's on my eyes and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? Whereas meteorology, I'm the same way as Davis. Like I learned something and I can go outside and I can apply it immediately. I can look up in the sky. I can look at other forecasts for other regions. It was just so easily applicable. And all like the experiments you're doing are with a lot of times real-time data. You're using the weather that's happening at that moment to predict the weather that's going to happen all next week. Whereas all my physics labs, I felt like I was just recreating all the same experiments that people have been recreating and doing for like the last 200 years.
Yeah. I think that the job satisfaction is ultimately what we're talking about. Like you were going to spend your whole career in a dark lab, maybe to prove that one electron went the different way than everybody thought it did. And you'd have like one moment in your career to like publish a paper or something like that. And then on the other end, like with a forecast, you can make 10 forecasts every single day.
Right.
Physics, it's got to be in a controlled environment. Everything else.
Right.
Engineering's the same way. You're going to be in a dark cubicle for 70 hours a week just studying nuts and bolts and rivets.
And to some people, that sounds amazing. Like more power to you.
But you don't get to build with Legos and build things. Like I've got so many friends that are engineers and they're just like, yeah, I don't really get to build a whole lot. Like maybe once a year I get a project where I can like design something in CAD or whatever. But like usually by the time the engineer gets it, it's already been designed. They've already determined the budget. It's the engineer's job to make everybody happy, which is impossible. So it's kind of or you design something and then it gets to the product optimization side of the business and then they strip away all the cool features that you put in there because they cost too much.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah. Oh, the science behind tornadoes. Yeah. So tornado conditions, it's pretty cool. With meteorology, like think of it like cooking. Everything has a recipe.
Yeah.
Every meteorological event has a recipe card. And if you just know the recipe card and you know how to look at it,
I like the Kramer shirt.
Thank you, Morning Dew. Appreciate you. There was an episode we watched last night, and he was almost wearing this exact shirt.
I know. I was funny. Like, why do you have that shirt? Anyways.
Giddy up. So with a tornado specifically, you need
up.
You need up, you need heat, you need water.
Well, you need up, you need rotation,
right, so
and then
wind
you need
shear.
more up to break the horizontal rotation to make it vertical rotation.
So when you're forecasting for tornado conditions, you look for those things. You look, okay, where is there an overlap of moisture, heat, rising air, and vertical wind shear? So the wind changes direction in a steady curve on the way up through the atmosphere. And we can tell that with weather balloon data. And so that gives us the recipe card, if you will, for where there's going to be tornadoes. And when you see the Storm Prediction Center's map of the U.S., that's what they circle, is they circle those areas where there's overlap of the different things, of the heat, the rising air, the wind shear, and stuff like that. And obviously, the more of those things that there are, the higher chance for severe weather. So it's pretty crazy. Our computers, like now, the fact that we're able to predict a tornado outbreak in 7 to 10 days now is incredible.
Insane.
We used to get maybe 1 to 2 days heads up. I remember when I was a kid, we would maybe get a 1 day heads up that a cold front was coming through, but now we've got a week's heads up
on tornadoes,
on where tornadoes are going to be in the country.
So crazy.
It's pretty cool. We're limited. Meteorology is limited right now by two things: data collection and computer power. If we get more advances in computer power and we get more data collected to run through those computers, our forecasts are just going to get better and better and better. I think in our lifetime we're going to see the first mostly accurate seasonal forecast. I think you're going to start to see the 60, 90 day. Now there's the AccuWeather forecast, which don't even get me started. It's like a 90-day prediction, which is just absolutely nuts that they give that product to people.
Yeah.
They're just giving the people what they want. People want to know if it's going to rain 3 months from now, and confirmation bias. They're just
There's a slight chance it could rain 3 months from now.
I just know one guy that swore by that 90-day forecast. He's like, I used it 3 times, and yep, it rained that day. And it's like, dude, you're looking.
You live in Washington. No, I'm just kidding.
You got a sample size of 3 days. And you're randomly picking days on a map. That's absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
You look at its day-to-day accuracy, and it's in the trash can.
Yeah.
But we're just giving people what they want.
Yeah. Hello from Germany. Oh, thanks for tuning in from Germany. That's cool.
Wow. Welcome. Sorry, we are an hour early today. I kind of feel bad we didn't get enough of an announcement out, but we had to do the show an hour early today. Tomorrow we'll be back at regular time. We'll actually start the show this time tomorrow.
Yep, with Jared from Woodworking Pelican.
With Jared from the Woodworking Pelican. He was our first request, so we're going to do that. What do you recommend for weather predictions? National Weather Service.
Yep.
Everybody uses their information, their data, their forecast. So if you can find the National Weather Service, nws.gov, I think is the website, basically copying their homework. I'm going to make a lot of people angry by saying that, but I don't really care. You're literally not allowed to report too far off from what the National Weather Service is reporting. So anyway.
So if you just go right to the source. Thank you.
Thank you for the sub.
Melvin.
Yeah, so that was one of the new things is yesterday we got monetized on Twitch, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anything else? Spirit, what are you worried about today?
We're excited to see Jared again, too.
You basically already answered this question. You're worried about the business and stuff.
Yeah. I'm joyful that we get to see your family today, that we can be together. It's not so joyful of together.
Yeah, so... yeah, thanks for all the subs today, guys.
Yes, thanks for coming out and supporting. That was, oh my gosh, you guys.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You overwhelmed us. Thank you.
I'm so happy that we're doing the morning show. I'm excited.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. So we will see you tomorrow with Jared.
Yes.
I got to figure out how to do that on the setup here. I
don't
know where we're going to crop his face in.
A long car ride to figure it out and do tons of Google searches and such. So.
Yep. So thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. Sorry about the weird time. We'll be back to normal tomorrow. But anyway, any questions? Final shots?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Come back tomorrow.
Yes, come back tomorrow.
All right. Bye, guys.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.